Introduce yourself.
I'm Erick Arc Elliott, the architect. I make music, I change lives, and I'm Jamaican.
So you are a producer and an artist. How do you separate the two?
I don't think I do. I think a good producer is an artist in a sense. Like, they kind of go hand in hand. I feel like if you make beats or you're a producer or whatever, like, you have to have some kind of idea of what rapping or a voice would sound like on it. So I think good producers are artists too.
Okay. Were you a producer first, or did you write rhymes first?
Rapping first.
Okay, so let's talk about producing. How did you get into that?
The first time I made a beat, one of my friends, I remember, he sent me this shit called Fruity Loops. And I remember I was just fucking clicking the shit on the mouse, whatever, and him and I would take like 10 minutes a day. And like, he would send me something he did in 10 minutes, and I would send him something I did, like, like competition type shit. And then when I sent him the shit, most of the time it would be whack. And I wanted to rap, but I didn't have beats, so I used to make beats for myself to rap on, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know any of the producers at the time. So eventually I started to make all of my beats.
You do play the keys though. Did you teach yourself how to play the keys?
Yeah.
And so how long did it take you to say, like, teach yourself how to use these programs and to learn how to play the keys? Do you play anything else?
I play trumpet, but it didn't take me long because I'm a nerd. I like computers and shit. I like cool shit on the computer, so making beats is the same shit.
So I really devoted the time to it and got into it.
Yeah, this is years I've been doing this, man, so it's natural.
Could you play us something live on the keys? Live on the keys!
Yeah, let me pause this weird shit. Alright.
Put the beat on. Freestyle with the keys.
Alright.
Put the beat on! Who are your influences, like, as far as producers? Who are producers that you used to listen to, that you heard of, and you wanted to make something like that or even better than what they were making?
I say RZA, Pharrell, Teddy Riley, Brian Eno. There's one thing to make beats, but it's like, if your song, some people make beats and they're hot, but their songs are whack. So I like people that encompass everything. Someone who makes a full package, like Dr. Dre, someone like that. I guess if I had to aspire to be someone, it would be somebody like that.
But as far as your beats, when did you feel comfortable enough to rap over them and put them out? Like, you felt they were good enough?
Like 3 years ago. The thing with making beats is, like, a lot of people, they don't realize the words are important, but the beat is really what gets people initially listen to you in the first place. So if I felt the beat was whack, it didn't matter what I was saying on it. Even if I said the hottest shit, it wouldn't make a difference because the beat is whack.
Now let's talk about the name Erick Arc Elliott, the architect. Why did you choose that name?
My first rap name was God, which is
like GAWD.
Yeah,
God.
Yeah, that's like the throwback. That's from like freshman year in high school. Niggas just banging on the table, making beats and shit. And I just always felt like that was, later in my life, that would always be some kind of sacrilegious thing. People would think that I think I'm God or something like that.
Like
it wouldn't
the God or just God?
God, and you know what I mean? So the name, I tried to think of something that was closest to that, and then I thought of someone who is able to foresee things before they come to life. And an architect, literally, people have to put faith in this person to draw something on a piece of paper that's like schematics of how something is gonna look before it's created. And I was like, damn, that's me. Like, that's how I think. I think of stuff never in linear fashion. I think of it as like, before it's even created, I get to manifest it in my mind, you know what I'm saying? And that's when the architect kind of came to be.
So, like, okay, so you're saying that you're thinking of things in your mind. So what do you watch anything, or like what happens, or what do you do before you create a beat? What is your creative process like?
Smoke weed, or I watch weird shit like this, or I read. Anything to stimulate my brain to give me some kind of incentive to do something.
And this creative chamber, can we talk about this? How does all this inspire you? All these words written all over the walls. How did you get all into this creativity space?
I would say because I'm a bit neurotic. I just felt like, I don't know, when I listen to the same thing over and over again, it makes me feel like, I don't know, like it's whack, because I just listen to it all day. It's just like the same repeated shit over and over again, and then I started to like pick up pens and just write. Like when I write my lyrics, I would just write them, but then sometimes I would write them really funny, so when I pronounce them, I would say them how I wrote them. And sometimes as a rapper, you know what I'm saying, like you read something, you say, damn, I forgot how I was gonna say that. But if you wrote it in a kind of a weird way, at least for me, like when I look at the words, the way I write it, I know that when I read it back, I'll be able to say it like this instead of like this, you know? So this shit became like my haven. It's weird. It's like if there was nothing in here, I don't know if I'll be able to create because I need to look at shit while I'm doing this stuff, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. Who are some artists that you'd like to work with or producers do you want to co-produce with?
Definitely one of my biggest inspirations, Little Dragon, Mos Def, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. Producers is weird because I feel like Beck is a great band. It's like I don't know if they would even be interested in working with me. But if I want to work with anybody I think is nice, it could be Kanye West or fucking some dude down the block as long as the shit is hot. I don't really have aspirations for producers.
Now, as a producer, do you plan to teach yourself any new instruments or any new programs or anything you want to develop more?
I want to play guitar. I really do. I want to play bass guitar because all the black guys eventually do that. Play bass guitar in a band eventually. So I'm going to do it. This is Erick Arc Elliott. You checking in the B Suite.
I'm like,
I'm trying to figure out what else to shit to say.